So you guys always ask me what packs should I buy, what packs do I recommend, and what packs don't I like. And so today I thought it'd be really fun to just sit down with you guys and give you my thoughts and reviews over all the packs that The Sims has released so far and do a tiered ranking list for you guys. And hopefully that will help you. There is currently a sale happening until January 2nd on the EA platform store, whatever the heck. So all these packs should be on sale, and maybe you guys got some holiday money and want to buy a new pack. So here is my recommendations to you guys. And if you do buy a pack and have leftover money, maybe you could consider giving to a Palestinian family in need. I have some link down below. But anyways, let's jump into our ranking. So this is our tier ranking list. I want to kind of say some things before we start. So I am using tiermaker.com, and I could have changed the categories, but I didn't. So this is what we're going with. So shout out to whoever made this because thank you so much. And I don't have all the Create a Sim packs, or the Create a Sim kits, so I might not be able to give a thorough review on them. And I'm just strictly basing all of this off the top of my head, and my gameplay style is like I just jump in and do what I want. So if that's also your gameplay style, then great. But if you hear something that I might not like, but you're like, hey, I would really like that in my game, go for it. These are all subjective opinions. So yeah, but I think with those out of the way, we can finally jump into our ranking. So I'm just gonna kind of grab them and go. So the first one we have is Perfect Patio, and I don't even have this pack. So for me, I also don't think I would get it. I really am not the best at building, and right now I hate building backyards. So I actually don't want a perfect patio. Like, what if I told you I actually don't want a perfect patio? Vintage Glamour, I would say I have this one, and the butler feature is pretty nice to have. I don't use it often, but I feel like if I wanted to play a rich little family, it was nice to have. They did a lot for me, and like they were like a nanny, they were doing my cleaning, my cooking. That was really nice to have. I don't use the vanities as much, but I think it is a nice option. I would say Vintage Glamour. I would say maybe it's nice to have. I don't use it that much, but I think it adds something cool to the game with that stuff. If you want to play like a little pretentious little rich family, like I think heck yeah. The next is Get Together. I actually really like Get Together a lot. I use it quite a bit in a lot of different challenges. I use it a lot in my regular gameplay. I use it quite a bit in my 100 babies. Like it's actually a huge tip of mine to like use the club feature for your 100 babies. And so I would say Get Together is really nice. It does give you Windenburg, which I think is like a beautiful town. It gave us like cafes and nightclubs, and I think that's really fun. I would say it's a must-have just because I really like those features. From what I'm remembering, I do use it quite a bit, so I would rank it pretty high for myself. The next is City Living. I love San Myshuno a lot. I love the concept of apartments. This is an older pack as well. So I don't know, I really love it. I love all the festivals that diversity has added to the game. Like the festivals have a lot of ethnic food and stuff. I really like it. I would say it's a must-have for me personally because I use the apartments quite a bit. I really enjoy going, especially to a lot of the San Myshuno community lots. Like I love the gym, and I go to the karaoke bar like all the time, and I do all my dates there. So I would say for me, City Living is a huge must-have. Spa Day has actually become one of my favorites. I actually don't think I could do a gameplay where I am not using Spa Day. I love that wellness trait so much. I love doing yoga. I love doing like going into the sauna. I love getting a good massage. Like I love taking my Sims to the spa. So Spa Day also has to be a must-have for me. Like I can't imagine a gameplay where I'm not at the spa. Like I love it. The next is Movie Hangout. I don't even think I have this one, but I would say, even though I don't have it, I would say the concept and thought about doing a movie night with a friend is really nice. And I think like something I'm really bad at and I want to get better in The Sims is like maintaining friendships. So I think like the movie hangout would be really fun. So maybe I'll have to get it and try it, but I would say put it at not good. The next is vampires. Um, Vampires, okay. The World Sucks. Forbidden Hollow has literally like three lots. It's so sad. I would say vampires. I don't play the occult really as much, and if I do play an occult, I mostly play spellcasters. So I would say vampires. Okay, I don't know if I want to put it in nice to have or indifferent because I just kind of I'm gonna put it indifferent because like it's fun to have, but I don't really use it a lot. Sometimes it's nice using some of the furniture to build, I guess. Like if you're doing a Victorian style house, I think that's nice, but I also tend to build a little bit more modern or suburban. The next is outdoor retreat. I have this one. I've only used it once, and I was so panicked about my dog being eaten by bears that I just locked all my Sims in the cabin and was not enjoying myself. I felt really stressed. Um, I think the thought of camping would be really fun, and I do actually really want to try build a cabin at some point, so it might be fun to do that. But on my day-to-day gameplays, I am not using outdoor retreat at all. If I do go on a vacation and take my Sims family on a vacation, I actually just go to Snowy Escape. Um, so I would say not good. I don't care about it. But if you like camping and you think you would enjoy that, why not? Cool kitchen. I don't even have this pack. So I'm going to just say delete kids room. I don't even think I have that. We're going to move on. Bowling night. I think I have bowling and I don't use it. Well, do I think it'd be fun? I think it's kind of like movie hangout where it would be really fun and probably be nice for you to like do something with your friends or your family, like a family night at a bowling alley. That'd be really fun. And personally, as a kid, I enjoyed those. Um, I just don't use it. So I'm going to put it at not good. I feel like it'd be fun to have, it'd be nice to have, but it's not something I really care about. Fitness, I don't even have this. Jungle Adventure. I have it and I actually don't even use it. I'm so sorry. Maybe I need to do a pack where I explore it, but I have it and I just actually don't care about it. Get to work. Um, I would say Get to Work. It's a very much older pack and it introduced active careers to The Sims, which I really like active careers a lot. I think it's fun to take your Sim to work and be able to do a work day with them. Like, I think that's really fun. So I would say Get to Work is good to have. I don't use it quite a bit, but I think it is fun gameplay and I like the variety it gives you when it comes to the work. I can't think of anything else that I really use Get to Work for, but I do enjoy the active career. So the next one is Seasons. And I think Seasons should be base game, in my opinion. I don't think we should have paid like 40 bucks for this, but I think it's a must have. I think it's hard to imagine once you have seasons, I think it's really hard to imagine not having seasons. Like just adds so much to your game, like all the holidays, all the weather changes, it makes it just more realistic. So I think seasons, once you have it, it's really hard to imagine not having it. So I would actually put it in must have. My first pet. I do have my first pet, and I don't use it that often. However, I do really want to add a rat to my game eventually. There's some controversy, like you should not be putting your rats or hamsters or furry friends like that, of that nature, in cages like that. So that's a little controversial there, I've heard from my hamster community friends. I'm gonna put it at indifferent, just because I love having pets. So Get Famous. Get Famous. I okay, Get Famous could have been real good. I loved like in The Sims 3, I remember there was like the Showstopper pack and like they did have to get like kind of city nightlife pack. Like I can't remember. It was so long ago. But Get Famous, I feel like could have done a little bit better. Um, Delso Valley is kind of depressing in my opinion. I don't really go there a lot as a world, but I do love the acting career so much. I think that's the okay, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the only career they've introduced in Get Famous. Maybe they introduced another one, but I don't remember. And I feel like they could have added a little bit more. So I would say it's good to have, and I like it. There's a mirror in there that I use in literally every single build of mine, and I can't live without that mirror. I think it's the most beautiful mirror in the world. Um, so I would say it's good to have. I like the fame system. I think it's fun to play like a famous sim. So I would say it's good to have, but I think they could have done a lot more. Laundry day. The concept of doing laundry in The Sims sounds so fun, not to lie. Like the concept of doing laundry and like your sim doing this like mundane task, everyday task sounds really good. However, actually doing laundry in The Sims, I want to shoot my foot. Like I hate doing laundry in The Sims. Do I think it's like cool and like, yeah, I want my sim to be clean and have clean clothes? Yeah. But do I have time? No, I forget about the laundry all the time. So, oh, I would put it in indifferent. I think it's fun to have, and I think it adds like some realism to the game, but I don't know. I also don't really know if you should be paying for laundry either, in the sense like, wasn't it free in The Sims 3? I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Strangerville. I feel like I'm indifferent. I don't play Strangerville a lot. I think this one added the scientist career, which is pretty fun, and I actually do really enjoy that career. I don't do it often, but I think that is like a really fun career. Strangerville is just weird, which is what it's meant for. I do like Ted Roswell in the sense that I like to like torment him. Other than that, the houses are really ugly in Strangerville. I don't really live there a lot. I actually am doing my first gameplay in Strangerville where I'm like actually living there. So I don't know. I'm indifferent to it. I feel like I don't care too much about Strangerville. The next is Mosquito, and I don't even have this pack, and I don't even think I would ever get it. So delete, delete. Cats and dogs. I love cats and dogs. It has to be must have. I don't play a game unless I'm doing 100 babies. The only gameplay I don't have pets in is 100 babies, but every other gameplay I have a cat. And I build all my houses to have a cat. So like if you download any of my builds, it's made for a cat. So I love cats and dogs. I can't not have a cat in my household. I like dogs, but they're just a little too much work. Toddlers. I don't even think I have this pack, and I don't even think I'd get that pack. Island living. Now, this might be controversial. I don't think it's going to be a must have. I think it's good to have. I love going to Sulani a lot. My family is actually like from Hawaii and my family is Native Hawaiian. And so it is kind of nice to like take my Sims there and like have fun in Sulani. And like one of my favorite things is have like a beach day with my family. So I do that a lot in The Sims and take my Sims families to the beach and have like a beach day. Like that is always one of my favorite things. So I actually really love Island Living and I love their kitchen counters. Like the island kitchen counters they have in Island Living is like the best thing. So I actually really love Island Living. Mermaids could have done a lot better. I don't really play the mermaid like occult at all. But I think I do really enjoy Island Living quite a lot. Next is Eco Lifestyle. I'd say it's nice to have. I don't really care about eco lifestyle. I don't vote at all. I don't ever live in the world that they gave you. However, the only thing I really like about it is the dumpster diving. Now, I love doing dumpster diving. Whenever I do a rags to riches or I want to like kind of struggle for money, I just go dumpster diving and like that's how I make a lot of my money. So I do enjoy that. Um, some of the build items are kind of nice, I guess. I don't use them a lot. So I would say eco lifestyle is nice to have, but it's not necessarily like my favorite. Tiny living. Um, I really love tiny living. I start a tiny like every gameplay I do, I start in a tiny house. Like I can't imagine not starting in a tiny house. Like it's like cheating in the game. You get like 2 times speed, your plants grow 2 times faster. Like there are so many benefits of living in a tiny house that it just feels like you're cheating the system. And I love that for myself. So I really enjoy tiny living. I do recommend it. It's a must have. Like I don't think I play a game where I'm not living in a tiny house until I can't live in a tiny house anymore. So I enjoy it a lot. Realm of Magic, I'm going to say good to have because I really love the spellcaster occult a lot. Um, I think it's really fun. I like to burn houses down with that little Infernate spell, so I have a great time with Realm of Magic. The world again is ugly as hell, but I think we don't even look at that. We're just there to play spellcasters. I think spellcasters is literally hands down my favorite occult that they have so far in The Sims 4, and I highly recommend it. I think it's just so fun. Snowy Escape. Snowy Escape to me is a must have. First of all, I'm so biased towards it. I'm Japanese and it's based on Japan, so there's already a lot of bias there. But I love going skiing and snowboarding. I don't do that in real life, so this is how I do it, is vicariously live through my Sims. And I love going there. I love taking my family on vacations in the Mount Komorebi world. I love going to the onsen. Do I wish the onsen was a little bit more realistic? Yeah, but that's okay. I still love like onsens are my favorite thing about Japan. So the fact that I can take my Sims there is really fun. I love a lot of the festivals, and they have my favorite NPC man, Kiyoshi Ito. I love him so much. So Snow Escape to me is a must-have. I don't care what anyone says. I will fight that fight. Journey 2, but 2, I don't have that. And we don't even need to talk about that. Why would you even get that to begin with? Spooky, I don't even have that pack, and I don't even know why you would get that pack. Paranormal. I think Paranormal could have been so fun. I don't use it that often. We did kind of use it a little bit in the Grim Reaper's Rewards challenge, but the ghost never came to haunt me, so I don't really care, and I don't use the seance table as much. Like, I thought it would be really fun to be like a Ghostbuster, Ghost Hunter, but I really don't do it, so I would put it at not good. I don't use it personally. Do I think it would be a fun gameplay? Do I have it? Yeah. Do I use it? Absolutely not. Country Kitchen. I don't even have that pack, and I don't even think I would get that pack, to be honest. I would say I'm indifferent to parenthood. I use it a lot in my 100 Babies challenge because of the school projects aspect of it, but I don't use it a lot. But I think it's really nice. It adds a lot more interactions with your kids. It does give you that parenting skill. So I think it's nice for that. I don't really say you need to have it, and I don't really think it's good to have unless you are strictly like a weird 100 Babies player. Like if that's the only gameplay you do, I think you should get Parenthood. But if you're like, oh, I just do 100 Babies, it's like a fun little haha, like I just need to do something different. It's not, my everyday. I think Parenthood is good to have in that sense. Bite the Dust. I don't have that, so we're moving on. Discover University. Um, I think it's good, nice to have. I think university could be really fun. However, it's just so long. The homework like takes you 10 days to do. But you only get like 10 days of the semester. So like you're sitting there most of the time doing homework. You don't even have time to like eat, sleep, or do anything. So that is really rough. Like university is like real rough. But I think it's really fun to be able to like do or get your degree and then jump like level 8 in your career. That's pretty nice. Um, and I also, I don't know, I don't do the dorming a lot because I find it kind of irritating, but I think you could have like a fun gameplay with university, and I think it does add a lot of careers. The concept of college life is like really fun, so I would say it's nice to have. I don't think it's like must have or good to have, but I think it's fun. Industrial loft, I don't even think I have this one. Nifty knitting. I wish, okay, this is like strictly knitting. I wish they added crochet. Like you could have the option to crochet or knit, but probably people don't even know the difference. I'm a crocheter, so that's why I'm like complaining. I would say I'm indifferent to it. Like I really don't use it that much. Um, I would say my elders kind of do the skill more, and the knitting glitches a lot for me. So I will make something, and then let's say like, oh, my sim has to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, well, I stop my knitting and then I let my sim go bathroom, and then I want to continue my knitting. It for some reason never lets me continue. So I never really finish any of my projects because I have this weird glitch. And again, I've tried all these things without mods, with mods, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't work for me. And maybe I'll put it in not good because it doesn't work for me. Courtyard Oasis. I think I have this, but I don't remember if I have it. I'm gonna put it at not good. Just the photos makes it look very nice. The Throwback Fit. No, I don't even have that. So we're moving on. Incheon Arrivals. No, I don't have that, and I don't think I'd ever buy that. Modern Menswear. I don't really care about men in the Sims, so no, I don't care. Blooming Rooms. Now, I would say Blooming Rooms is nice to have. I think that's the greenhouse pack. And I think The Sims needs way more house plants. I hate the house plant options. But the fact I think Blooming Rooms is the one where you could like build a greenhouse and it gave you all those things. I think it's really nice. I like having plants in my house. I can't have plants in real life, so I gotta have plants in my Sims. So I think it gives you a lot more variety and a lot more to work with. So I would say Blooming Rooms is really nice to have. If you're a builder, I would probably move it up a little bit more. I'm strictly thinking about just like my everyday gameplay here, so which is not building a lot. So yeah. Carnival Streetwear, I don't have that. Fashion Street, I don't have that. Dream Home Decorator. Now, I love Dream Home Decorator. It's good to have. I use the items in Dream Home Decorator all the time. So I love Dream Home Decorator, and I love the interior designer like career that they have. So I would say Dream Home Decorator is good to have because I think it's so fun and I enjoy it a lot. I use their items in my builds all the time. Moonlight Chic. Now, just from the name alone, I feel like that'd be fun to have. So I'm gonna put it in not good. I'm gonna go check it out after. Again, I don't have a lot of the cast kits because I have CC, but just Moonlight Chick sounds nice. So we're gonna say, yeah. Werewolves, I'm gonna say indifferent. I actually didn't want to buy werewolves when it first came out. And then I saw how furry and funny they look. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it. But they piss me off, to be honest. Like, they're always mad. They're always coming in, making my Sims afraid, can't do anything. Like, my worst thing I hate the most is like, I'm on a date, but then there's a freaking werewolf there rampaging. And so my date and myself are like pissing themselves. And like, I hate that. So they kind of make me mad. However, I think werewolves in a way is fun. And I still want to do a gameplay where I make a werewolf date Caleb from vampires and they have like a Twilight kind of moment there, forbidden love. And I think that'd be really fun. But I don't think you need werewolves, personally. They upset me a little bit. Little campers, I don't have that. High school years. I would say high school years is good to have. I think Copperdale's pretty fun. The high school years makes me a little sad because there's only like 10 teens that go to school and like that's actually so depressing. But I think like it is fun to have. I love the thrifty boba store thing concept they got going on. Like you can be a little depopper. You can make quite a lot of money from that actually. So I kind of enjoy that. So I would say high school years is good to have. I think it's fun. And I think the build items, they are more geared to like bedrooms and stuff like that. And they're so nice. I use them quite a lot when I have like teen sims or like young adult sims. So I do really enjoy high school years. First fits. Nope, I don't have that. Pastel Pop, I would say it's good to have because I really love the build items in Pastel Pop. I think it goes so well with the high school years, and I love to mix the two together, especially again when I do have like that more teen kind of age sim. So I would say I really like Pastel Pop, and it is like I think a kit that was made by like a simmer, which I think is like such a cool concept that they're introducing. And I really love it because they're sim players, so they kind of know what we like and you know what they would want in a game. So that was like really cool, and I do like a lot of the build items. Like they have this cute, I think, little iPad thing, which I actually use in real life. So that's like really fun, and I think it's good to have. Decor to the max. I don't think I have that. My wedding stories. I'm indifferent to it. Actually, I'm gonna put it in nice to have. I think wedding stories could have been that girl. But I think because how glitchy wedding stories really is, and it doesn't work all the time, it really ruins the experience. Like I'm trying to have a wedding and my sim is being held up because the other sim, like other sims are trying to talk to them and it just doesn't work properly. So I think wedding stories could have been nice. I liked Hartosa. It's just too glitchy for me. But I think it's nice to have weddings. Everyday clutter. I would say if you're a builder, absolutely. I think clutter makes a huge difference. As someone who's starting to build, I want to get better at adding clutter. So I am really glad I have this pack. I think it does give a little bit more realistic clutter to your game. So I would say it's nice to have. Like if you're a builder, I highly recommend it. I think it's really nice. And I have CC, but I actually don't use any furniture CC. So I do actually buy a lot more of the build kits than I do the cast kits. So I would say everyday clutter is nice to have because, you know, I think adding clutter to your house is really nice. And if you're a builder, I highly recommend it. Desert Lux, I think was free. I can't remember, but I think it was free. And I do use some of the items. I think there's like an ottoman from there and like a couch from there that I really like. So I would say I'm indifferent towards it. Cottage living, I'm going to put nice to have. It'd be cool to like do farming sim in the Sims. I don't though. Like I don't do any of that. I don't ever have a barn. I never have a farm. I never do any of that. I think Henford on Bagley is like really cute and I do enjoy it. I did build like a really nice like English manor in Henford on Bagley and like that was really fun. And I think like maybe doing a cottage living gameplay would be really fun. And I like all the farmhouse furniture it has, but I don't really care for it. However, I know a lot of people really like it, so I think it's nice to have. And if you kind of, I think maybe you like more of the Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, that farming sim type, you might really like it. Which I mean, I love Stardew and all those games too, but I don't care to do it in The Sims. I really don't. Growing together. I'm gonna actually move this to good to have because I am a huge generational gameplay. And I was trying to build a house where it was a generational house and I wanted to have infants. I didn't realize all the infant stuff is literally in growing together. So I couldn't even build that. I think the only like the youngest age I could go to was toddler. So I think if you're a generational game player like myself, you have to have growing together. It even might be a must have because of the infant access like items that are in the game. So I would highly recommend growing together just for that reason. I think San Sequoia is beautiful and I love the community lot so much. I go there quite a bit. Like I live at that community center. I love it. Simtimates, I don't have that. Basement Treasures. I think I have that. I don't know, but I'm gonna put it at not good only because I think it adds a lot of clutter if I'm remembering correctly. So, and I like I said, I think clutter adds a lot to your game. So I think Basement Treasures would be good for that reason, but I don't have it, so I can't give you a full feel. Book Nook, I'm gonna put in nice to have just because I love the concept of like having a little library and I love the whole like you can click the bookshelf together and make like a huge like book wall or like you can kind of fit things and place things and like I use it quite a lot. So I would say Book Nook is nice to have. If you are more into like building like libraries or having, Sims who read a lot or just kind of like that look in your house for building, I would say you even might want to have it in good to have or must have. As you can tell, like I have a huge bookshelf in the back with tons of books. So yeah, I really like Book Nook a lot. I think the furniture is really nice in it as well. I like how it all slots nicely together. So I enjoy Book Nook quite a bit. Okay, next is Horse Ranch. And I would say I'm indifferent to Horse Ranch, where I think it's nice to have, but I don't use it that often. I did do a huge gameplay of the horse competitions and doing kind of like a rags to riches where I was basically only raising money through the horse competitions. And I guess it was fun, but I don't really care about the horses that much. I'm not a horse girl. I think some of the clothing items are actually really, really cute. Like there's a jacket in Horse Ranch that I like been living off of. And that's probably the only reason I would really love Horse Ranch is because the clothing items are really nice. Um, but I don't know. I don't really play Horse Ranch that much. Greenhouse Haven. Okay, actually, I think I mixed it up. I thought Blooming Rooms was Greenhouse Haven. I'm gonna say they're the same, but Greenhouse Haven, I guess, is what I thought Blooming Rooms was. So, I would say that's nice to have, um, because you can have the greenhouse, and I like that. So I think that's good to have. I think because I thought they were the same, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm going to say they're both nice to have. Home Chef Hustle, I'm going to say it's a must have. I love that kitchen. I love that kitchen so much. And I love being able to do like your own bake sale. Like I use that quite a bit to like get money. So like I like Home Chef Hustle a lot. I use that kitchen quite a lot. But I think actually I'm going to put it in good to have. I think it's nice to have. Poolside Splash, I don't have that. Grand Revival, I don't have that. Modern Lux, I think I have it. And I think I use I don't know if I use it a lot, but I think it is nice to have. I think if you're a builder, it's nice to have kind of like those items again. I want to say it might have also been another sim based like kit. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is still like cool to have. So I would say I'm indifferent towards it. I don't have goth galore. I do have castle states and I actually don't use it. I'm gonna put it in delete because I don't have bathroom clutter. I don't have it, but I would say again, sticking with the themes of like clutter, it would probably be nice to have. Urban homage, no, I don't have that. Crystal creations, I would say that's nice to have because I am a crystal girly. I love having crystals. And so I really like that they add some gameplay to like the crystals in the game. Like I think it's fun to be able to like know that these crystals like have properties now or can do things. I think it's so fun to like craft your own jewelry and they actually sell a lot. Like Rags to Riches with the crystal creations is really good. So I think it's nice to have. And I love a lot of the furniture. I love a lot of the build items. So I would say I really like crystal creations quite a bit. For rent, I'm very indifferent. I like for rent because I like the concept of the generational or multi-generational houses. I love that it has a lot of Southeast representation. It gave me a rice cooker. So I would say that's really cool. And I think I always love the concept of townhouses. So I really love that you have more mobility to like build townhouses. I just don't use for rent as much. I think it would be really fun, and I do at some point want to do a gameplay where I'm like a tenant or I'm a landlord. I think that would be really fun to do. But I don't really go there quite like I don't really go to Tomarang quite a lot. Um, Actually, I would say maybe it's nice to have. Cozy Bistro. I don't have that, but I want it. So I'm gonna put it as not good, or I'm gonna put it to indifferent because I do want it because I really want to build like restaurants and stuff. And I think it has that cute restaurant and I want to build cat cafes. So I feel like I want Cozy Bistro. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Luxury party. I think I have it and I don't care about it. Dine out. I'm going to put dine out as indifferent just because it glitches for me. I love the concept of going to restaurants. I love the concept of eating out with your family, even owning a restaurant. That never works for me. It's so glitchy. So I'm so indifferent to it just because it doesn't work for me. I've tried it with mods, I've tried it without mods. It doesn't work for me. And I'm sad because the concept sounds fun. Riviera Retreat. I don't know if I have that. I'm going to put it as not good again. Or maybe I'm going to put it as indifferent because I feel like the name concept sounds really fun and cool to build. So I have to double check if I have it. Party essentials, I don't have that. Backyard, I don't have that. Romantic garden, I would say it's not good. It was the other free one that we got through the Epic game. Um and I like the wishing well. I think it's cute and romantic. I don't really use it that much, so I'm going to put it as not good. Love struck, I'm going to say love struck is good to have. I really like Love Struck a lot. I've been really using the Cupid's Corner quite a bit. I think the Bachelor thing is like really fun. And it adds just a lot more romance options to your game. But I think if you already play with like Wicked Whims or there's another like relationship detail mod, that is literally Love Struck free version. Um, so do with that what you will. I think one thing about Love Struck that I don't really like is I don't really like um I feel the romance relationships goes down really fast. Like I feel like I have to work really hard to maintain my romantic relationship now, which is probably the point of it. I just find that irritating. Like I find that irritating. Um like why can't my man just stay home and shut up and just like love his life, you know? Like, oh my God, why are you so dramatic? I think Lovestruck is fun. The build items are really nice. There's a couch that I really love in Lovestruck, so I will say that. Artist Studio. I don't have it, but I really want it. So I'm gonna put it at indifferent because I don't have it, but I love painting a lot and I would really love to make an art studio for my sim because I love painting so much in the Sims. So I feel like Artist Studio would actually be like really fun. Storybook Nook. I'm gonna put that nice to have. I don't have it because I just yeah. Um but I want it so bad. Like I think the nursery build items look so nice and I feel like I want more for like my infants. So I would really want Storybook Nursery. So I'm going to get that at some point. When? I don't know. Life and Death actually has to go in my must-haves and I think that is one of the best expansion packs that the sim has like fully curated. Um like a lot of their packs sometimes feel like there's not a lot of thought into it, but I thought Life and Death like gave us so much. Like that felt worth paying the $40 for. I love tarot cards. Like I'm a tarot reader, so like I love the concept of tarot cards and I need to do the thing where you try to find all the cards. I love the build items. Like the kitchen is what is replacing the Home Chef Hustle kitchen that I love so much. Like that kitchen is literally so gorgeous. I love so much of the build items. Like I when I first got the pack, I did a build with it and I enjoyed building so much. The swatches were so nice. The careers, there's an active career and there's like a standard static career. So I think the two career options is really fun. And like I said, with I think Get Famous, that's what Get Famous should have done is have a static career and a active career. So I really love that. And I love that it adds way more like the concept of death to the game. So I really love Life and Death, like quite a lot. The last is Sweet Slumber Party, and I would say this has actually become a must-have. I love all the cast items in Sweet Slumber Party a lot. I just got it. And it's so cute. I love it a lot. I feel like I'm gonna use it in every cast. So I would say you have to get it. It's only like $5. It's so worth it. Cozy Kitsch. I've seen a lot of the build items, and I would say it's nice to have. I think it looks really cute, and I don't have it yet, but I want to get it because I saw people build with it and it looked really nice. So I would say it looks nice to have, and I think that's where I'm gonna place everything. I feel bad because I have so much delete, but maybe I'm gonna have to get it and try. Like, I don't know. And here is my full list of how I would rank The Sims 4 packs. Now, again, these are all my opinions and my thoughts, and I kind of gave you why I placed each one to the best of my ability. Of course, I am missing quite a bit. I also, again, just I don't think it's worth it for me buying the CC or CAS kits because I use so much CC in my game that I just don't think I would benefit a lot from it, but this is where I'd place them. I feel like maybe if I did some deep dives into some of the packs or the game packs and the expansion packs a little more, things might change a little bit. Or if they do like a huge rework on a pack and makes it better and where it actually functions for myself, then maybe I would move some things. But this is where I feel pretty confident in where I would place things. So let me know in the comments if you agree or where you would move things. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. I feel so bad because I really don't have a lot of the kits, so I'm gonna have to try to get some and do a proper review for you guys.